Good morning, children. This is English video session for class 9. The book which we are doing now is Bihar, unit number 2, and the topic is the sound of music. We are now in the part 2. Bismillah Khan, who has raised himself to the level of highest civilian award in India, that is Bharat Ratna. Shehnai, the music which was patronized by him, has won the world fame. We understood how the pungi, which was earlier used, was slowly changed into Shehnai, and how Shehnai has become very much associated with anything of traditional ensemble, that is the pronounced instrument for musical instrument to be played in North Indian weddings, nabat, traditional ensemble, royal courts, etc. And it was Ustad Bismillah Khan who brought it to the classical stage. Okay. Now we are in paragraph number 3. I think we have already completed page number 22. We will just go through paragraph number 3 and continue from there on. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Dhanda near the pond in the ancient estate of Dhumrao in Bihar. He would regularly go to the nearby Biharji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita. At the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.25 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. This happened 80 years ago. This happened 80 years ago. And the little boy has travelled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, that is the Bharat Ratna. So now let's go on and learn more about Bismillah Khan. Ustad Bismillah Khan. He was born on 21st March 1916. Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Baks Khan was a Shehnai Nawaz of Bhojpur King's Court. His father Paygambhar Baks and other paternal, that is ancestors connected with father is paternal. Maternal is connected with mother. Paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. So born on 21st March 1916. Bismillah Khan belongs to a well-known family of musicians. Okay, he belongs to the well-known family of musicians from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Baks Khan. His grandfather's name is Rasul Baks Khan. Was the Shehnai Nawaz, where in the Bhojpur King's Court. His father Paygambhar Baks and other paternal ancestors. What? Paternal. Paternal meaning ancestors from the side of the father. Maternal is ancestors connected with the mother. Ancestor's father is paternal, ancestors of mother is maternal. His father, Paigambar Bags, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. Okay, shall we proceed? Yes. The young boy took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras, now called as Varanasi, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncles practice the Shehnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Bux to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Bux was employed to play the Shehnai. Ali Bux would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end. Slowly, he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya and the banks of Ganga became the young apprentice's favorite haunts where he could practice in solitude. The flowing waters of Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of Shehnai. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Festival. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boys and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah Khan's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. When India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart out into Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in by the maestro that he gifted his priceless Persian carpets and other sovereigns and other souvenirs. The king of Afghanistan was not only the only one to be fascinated with Bismillah's music. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Kunj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit And one of film Bismillah Khan's composition Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya turned out to be a nationwide block chartbuster. Record breaker is chartbuster. Despite this huge success in the celluloid, that is, celluloid is the old way of calling the film industry, celluloid world, Bismillah Khan's venture in film music were limited to two: Vijay Bhatt's Kunj Uthi Shenai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada venture Sanadhi Apna. I just can't come in terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis. Awards and recognition came thick and fast. Bismillah Khan became the India's first to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival, and in Osaka Trade Fair. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahar Mausiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. National awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. Conferred, given. These are highest degree level of awards in the country, the national awards. In 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, with the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes, glinting with rare happiness. He said, "All I would like to say is teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." In spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Saab, as he is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Benares and Dhumrao, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns in the world. Benares, Dhumrao. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Benares by replicating the temples there. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport River Ganga as well. Later, he is remembered to have said, "That is why, whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Benares and the holy Ganga, and while in Benares, I miss the unique matta of Dhumrao." Shekhar Gupta, this is Reader's Digest. When partition happened, didn't you and your family think of moving to Pakistan? Bismillah Khan. God forbid me leave Benares. Never. I went to Pakistan once. I crossed the border just to say that I have been to Pakistan. I was there for more than an hour. I said namaskar to the Pakistanis and salam alaikum to the Indians. I had a good laugh. Ustad Bismillah Khan is alive. Life is a perfect example of a rich cultural heritage of India, one that effortlessly accepts that a devout Muslim like him can very naturally play the Shana every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90 after prolonged illness. He was given a state funeral and the government of India declared one day of national mourning. Children, this lesson is connected with the great personality Ustad Bismillah Khan. I request you all to read at least 3 times and come to the next class tomorrow. With this, I close. Thank you, children.